Welcome to St. Petersburg, a small town by the big Mississippi River. This is where our story begins. Meet Tom Sawyer. He is a boy who loves adventure, and sometimes he gets into a little bit of trouble. This is Aunt Polly. She cares for Tom, even when he skips school to go swimming in the river. One Saturday morning, Aunt Polly gave Tom a big job. He had to paint the long wooden fence. Tom did not want to work. But then he had a very clever idea. He pretended that painting the fence was a special privilege. He made it look like so much fun. Soon, every boy in town wanted to paint. They even gave Tom their treasures just to have a turn. Then there is Huckleberry Finn. He is Tom's best friend. Huck lives a free life, without school or rules. One night, Tom and Huck went on a secret adventure to the old graveyard. They wanted to test a magic cure. But while they were there, they saw something very serious. They saw a crime being committed by Injun Joe. They were very scared. They made a blood oath to keep the secret forever so they would stay safe. To escape their worries, the boys decided to run away. They rode to Jackson's Island to live as pirates. Life on the island was amazing. They fished, swam, and told stories around the campfire all night long. They were free. They didn't have to wash their faces or go to bed early. They felt like kings of the river. Tom also fell in love with a girl named Becky Thatcher. He gave her his favorite brass knob to show he liked her. But after a few days, Tom started to feel a little sad. He realized that people back home might be worried about them. Tom had another big idea. He wanted to go back home in a very dramatic way. They spent their days exploring every corner of the island. Every day was a new game and a new discovery. In town, everyone thought the boys were gone forever. They were holding a funeral service for them. Suddenly, the doors opened. Tom and his friends marched right into their own funeral. Everyone was so happy to see them. Soon after, it was time for the trial. Muff Potter was in trouble for something Injun Joe did. Tom knew he had to do the right thing. He stood up and told the truth about what happened in the graveyard. Injun Joe escaped, but Muff Potter was safe. Tom was a hero, even though he was still a little bit afraid. Time passed, and life returned to normal. Tom and his friends went on a big school picnic to the caves. The cave was huge and full of mystery. Tom and Becky decided to explore a little bit further than the others. But the cave was like a maze. Soon they realized they were lost. They didn't know which way was out. They were stuck in the dark for 3 whole days. Tom stayed brave and took care of Becky the whole time. Then, Tom saw a tiny bit of light. He followed it and found a small opening 5 miles away from the main door. They were free. The whole town celebrated when they returned home. Tom was a hero once again. But the adventure wasn't over. Tom remembered something he saw in the cave. He knew where the treasure was. The whole town threw a giant party to celebrate their safe return. Tom and Becky were the stars of the day. They went back and found it. A real chest full of gold. Tom and Huck became the richest boys in town. Through all his adventures, Tom learned that being honest and brave is even better than finding gold. And he learned that even though rules can be hard, having a home and friends who love you is the best treasure of all. Tom Sawyer's life was full of excitement, mischief, and big lessons. What an adventure! Huck was adopted by the widow Douglas, but he found it hard to stay still. He missed his old free life on the river. So next time you see a fence that needs painting, remember Tom Sawyer and his amazing stories. Tom promised Huck that they could still have adventures together. They were friends forever, no matter what.